Hello everyone, welcome back to another video and my Ficus Benjamina Bonsai that you can see right here, which in the last video I actually put into this bonsai pot that you can see right here. So before it was still in a training pot, I then repotted it into its first bonsai pot and also did some quite drastic pruning, as probably you can still see here, where we took out the old leader. I will link this old video in the description below if you're interested in that. In today's video, actually what we're going to focus on more is working on the future shape of this tree. I had a quite deep look now into it already, and I think I have decided on which direction I want to go with it, and I just thought I'd give you my thoughts that went into it and just go through them with you together. So at first I thought actually I would go with the original S shape of which you can often see in Ficus bonsai. However, at the moment I'm not so sure any longer, because we do have this very strong side branch here that I think wouldn't look too good in an S shape, because then up here we would need to develop this probably a bit more in this direction, and it is simply giving it this very usual S shape that I think is not interesting enough for this tree. So my idea more now is actually to see this more as the front of the tree. So this one in comparison to this one, and actually not develop it into an S shape as first planned with this one as the leader, but giving it more of a broom style shape. So really having like a conical shape up here, having the main trunk up till here, branching out here, but then again a lot of more ramification than happening here in the future. So this is actually what I want to work on today. Basically working on the ramification that we will need in the future. I also think this one is a better front because you can see the aerial root way better from this side. So I do think that is the way to go with this tree. Today I'm not really doing much wiring. I will rather do some strategic pruning, I would say, to give it the form and the start that I will need for more ramification in the future. Of course, another way of working on ramification is to defoliate, meaning taking all of the leaves off. However, as I did repot this one not too long ago, I don't want to stress the tree too much. Also, Ficus benjamina is one of the ficus varieties that don't react that well to defoliation, especially to full defoliation. So right now I'd rather stick to some pruning on this tree, and maybe in next growing season I will then defoliate it. But I would say let's start with the pruning and start with this shoot here that has actually developed since repotting it. You can see it's quite long, and I do want to considerably take this one back. I will take it probably back to this leaf right here, because I want it to grow in this direction. Or actually, if I look at it now, yes, that is the way to go with this one. So we take this one out. Here we have the leader, the new one that developed. I also don't want it to go too tall because, as I said, I really want it to become very bushy up here, create a lot of ramifications. So we will also need to work somewhat here on developing a new branch. And as I can show you already now, we do have a good candidate for something like this happening here. I hope you can see there is new growth coming from this point where we cut it. So that will definitely help us in developing a branch that will fill out this area quite nicely in the future. But back to the leader, as I said, I want to take this one out. I do want it still to grow more in this direction, so we'll take it out here, leave this leaf on, and normally with directional pruning as we did now, the new leaf should then develop in this direction. In theory, we will see if actually this works. Of course, it is a plant, so not everything can be fully planned all the time. So here in the back we also have more growth now. As you can see, this one growing upwards. Not too happy with it, so we'll also give it some direction. Here we already have the start of ramification, so we'll definitely not take it too far back, but I would at least take the tip out here. Maybe even this one here, because I would rather have it grow in this direction. Because this one here, let me show you, This one here will anyway fill then out the middle of the tree, so this one can definitely grow more outwards in the future. Here we also simply take out the tip, return the tree. As I said, this one here is growing in this direction, so we'll let it grow a bit more still, so it fills out this space a bit better. Here, as I said, we have high hopes that this one will start to grow more. Here I'm also just taking the tips out. And up here we have one going up. I will also, hope you can see this, let me move these ones down. I would also take it down to this leaf so it will grow in the direction in which the leaf is pointing. Good, let me see here also we have some new growth points. This one actually I would only take out the tip also, so here. And other than that, I think at the moment I would leave it this way. We do already see some branching now happening a lot on different points of this tree. So I do think a more broom style look on this tree is the way to go. I need to make sure that this leader is not running away. So we'll also take out this growth point here just to stunt the growth a bit from all points, so not one that I leave will then take over as the leader. I will need to make sure this one doesn't go too high, so I might even take this one further back a bit to already some woody part here. And focus really also on this one in the back now developing to fill it out, give it a more fuller look, and then we can work really on a conical shape. Work on the detailed ramification in it. Here is, no, but this is a new branch, so we'll leave it on for the moment. I will let it grow wild now for the rest of the growing season. Maybe give it like a late autumn prune, or late summer prune rather, before autumn, before the growth season finally stops. And then of course let it rest over winter, see how it develops then in spring and keep working on it. And of course also keep you updated on this tree. If you have any questions on the plants of this tree, if you have any suggestions on how you would further style this tree, feel free to leave them in the comments. Hopefully I will see you in the next video then. Goodbye.